screen record this, but Twitter X has changed their. They won't allow me to do it in full screen unless I get the app on this, and I'm not doing it. I don't even have the app anymore. I just whatever. I'm logged in on the computer X. So let's just look at this. This is what I see. Now I don't know if this is AI, but the question is on Twitter is what do you call this look? Well, first of all, it's demonic. Second of all, it's absolutely retarded. It is demonic. All right, let's get that out of the way. And it's retarded. It's highly retarded. And it's disgusting. And when I look at this, well, first of all, I see a demon, much like the trolls. Second of all, I see trolls. Now, some trolls are not as trollish as other trolls. There's some trolls that know their role, and once you say, put in the comment section, be civil and respectful in your comments. Trolls might say something and then they'll stop, but then there are other trolls that just keep on reappearing. Like I don't know, numbnuts last night. You dumbass. Seriously, you think this is you're on a ball that's spinning around? Do you believe in ET too? Turn on your heart light, ET. Huh? You believe aliens exist? ET? Turn on your heart light. Let it shine. Dumbasses. I had one troll recently. Old fart. Old man. Ugly as all get out. Arrogant is... It's unbelievable the amount of arrogance. And an atheist thinks that heaven, hell doesn't exist. There's no afterlife. Believes that aliens exist. Believes that the world is round. That the sun is 93 million miles away. I mean, talk about troll. This is what I see when I see assholes like that. This is exactly what I see. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Let's take a look real quick. It's not long. It's just this could be AI or it could be some kind of, some kind of shit they created in the underground bases and released from the deep underground bases. Or it could just be some jackass that thinks he's cool for doing this, looking like a complete and utter idiot. Look at this moron. Come on. You want to believe it's AI, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. Talk about the dumbing down of society. This idiot would believe the sun is 93 million miles away. This idiot would think that God doesn't exist and hell and the devil doesn't exist, much like the trolls out there. They'll think that the earth is round, right? This is what I see when I see trolls. Especially the real bad trolls, the real dumbass trolls. Yeah. Friggin' idiots. But I digress. At any rate. Franny, you back? I don't know why you disappeared. Why'd you disappear? Disappeared for some reason, then you're back. It's good to see you, man. Glad you're back. Let's take a look at some memes. I would say, fack off. Mind your own damn business. I'm eating my bacon. This is my country. Get the fuck out if you don't like it. And may I ask you or give you an order, stop fucking forcing your ways upon us or trying to, all right? And stop doing your 5 times a day or any times a day in public. And fack off. How about that? Huh? Huh? If a Muslim family sitting next to you at a restaurant asks you not to eat bacon in front of them, what would you say? Go fack yourself. All right? Get the hell out of this country. You don't like it. If you don't like it, get out. Go back where you came from. Simple as that. Don't you dare come here and try to change our way of life. Try to uproot our culture, our values. Because they're here. They're here to force their way of life, their Sharia law on us. Fact that noise. Probably say a lot more than that if that happened in real life. But I'm just saying. What would you say? Well, if you were a troll, you probably would go along with it. You probably would spit out your bacon. These trolls probably don't even eat meat. They probably fucking eat the vegetarians. Little faggot trolls, you. If George Floyd was still alive, what would he be doing? Well, I think he'd be doing time. That's what he'd be doing. Lethal injection for this friggin' piece of crap. This rat, because he looks like a damn rat. All right, since he likes quaxines, he tried to force all his quaxines on us during the scam, that fake virus shit. That the trolls in particular, the one that I mentioned, the old one, that was he's a menace to society. He's a bitch. That's why he really puts the bitch in bitchu. But so do these other trolls. These trolls, they believe in science. The Earth is round. The sun's 93 million miles away. The moon's 238,000 miles away. They actually measured it. And the president in 1969 actually used a landline to call the astronauts on the moon. Fake moon landing. These trolls believe this shit. They believe virus is real. They believe COVID was real. These trolls are a special kind of stupid. They really are. Dangerously stupid. These trolls believed in Dr. Fraudci. And not just the trolls, the sheeple at large believed in all this shit, the scamdemic. And a lot have dropped off and are still dropping off as a result. So, for starters, Fraudci. And he's not the only one that this question should apply to. Lethal injection or firing squad? What do you think? Personally, I think B is a little too quick. You know, maybe since he likes injections, to give everyone injections like Bill Gates, this should apply to Bill Gates also, for starters. I'm going with A. Slowly, A. Give him a rap name. How about DJ Hanging Titties? DJ Pull Up Your Damn Pants. Fucking, this is what causes problems in the society more often than not. DJ, you belong in jail. DJ Dumbass. DJ Fatso. That's your rap name, huh? What do you think of when you see this? Is it Southern Pride? Is it Confederacy? Or is it, a lot of people on Twitter are saying Dukes of Hazzard. General Lee. You wear your ex, right? There was a shirt years ago that I had, and people they couldn't believe that I was actually wearing it. I was like, what do you mean you can't believe I'm wearing it? It was a shirt that says, you wear your ex, I'll wear mine. And mine had this X on it. But the X that they wear, meaning the Groids, was Malcolm X, right? The old pro Malcolm X, power to the people, and all militant and all that. Okay, you wear your X, I'll wear mine. I actually had a t-shirt. It was a black one with that on there, but I don't know what the hell happened. Do you think hell's real? Well, the trolls don't. They believe in science. Science says there's no such thing as hell. There's no such thing as God. These atheist trolls, these anti-God pieces of shit, because that's what they are, they ridicule the Bible. They ridicule the ones that wrote it. They refer to them as Satanists, as dumbasses. They didn't even have a pen to write with. They didn't have a bidet to wash their ass with. They didn't have a piece of toilet paper to wipe their ass with. They were just nothing. They were nothing burgers. And they wrote this Bible. This is what some trolls say. And they wrote this Bible, all of them. I'll say all of them, but there's one in particular I already mentioned. And they wrote this Bible. They just pulled shit out of their ass and they just put it together and it became the Bible. This is what the trolls are saying. There's no hell. There's no God. I have yet to see. I have yet to believe and all this stuff. They believe the earth's round because NASA said so. The government said so. The movies said so. Steven Spielberg said there's aliens. You know what these trolls are? They're overgrown children. They're kidults. They project and they ridicule and call you names if you say things like the earth is flat, that there is a hell, there is a God, there is a heaven, we have spirits and there's an afterlife. They ridicule you. If you say the earth is not round, they ridicule you. They attack you. They call you names. They project all their anger onto you. They project what they are onto you. Meanwhile, they're the dumbasses. They're the lost ones. And they're the ones that, and this is the scary part, when they take their last breath, these pieces of shit, assholes, are going to find out. Because they fact around when they had time on Earth. When they take their last breath on Earth, they're going to find out that there is a hell that's waiting for them, and it's expanding. Oh yeah, special troll section. Special troll section in hell for them. And it's a shame. Because they rejected the Bible, they rejected God, Jesus Christ. They said that it's just a bunch of Satanists, cultists, and when they take their last breath, they're gonna find out the hard way. Now let me say this. I've been watching videos on and off over the years of people who had near-death experiences, and a lot of them, even the ones that thought that said they were Christians, but in particular the ones that were hellions, like the trolls, they saw or caught a glimpse of hell. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. What's this picture here? It's not a picture of hell, but it's a depicting a picture of hell. It's far worse than anything you could describe or think about or conjure up or whatever. The horror movies that Hollywood shows us, I think are a glimpse into a lot of it into hell, because there's a lot of movies that show hell in these horror movies. And to me, it's like all these killers going around. It's hell. It's hell. These horror movies are hell. This is hell. And when you could laugh, you could mock and say stupid things, numbnuts. Because I had a dumbass in the comment section last night, numbnuts. I'm going to call you a numbskull, thinking that the earth is round. You're a moron too. But if you are not saved, this is where you're going. This is where you're going. You can believe in the science all you want. It ain't going to save you. Dumbass. Be honest, if an intruder is unarmed, should you still be allowed to shoot them for breaking into your house? You mean be allowed? Why do we have to be allowed to protect ourselves? You ever noticed that? Well, you're allowed to do this. We'll allow you to do that. Well, you're not allowed to go over here. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do, everything's allowed. Like they treat us like we're kids. Like we're just, well, they do treat us like we're subjects in their kingdom. But they treat us like we're just below them. Well, your driving is just a privilege. You have a driving license privilege to go to and fro. It's not your right. This is what the government does to us. It's not your right. It's a privilege. And they're even if someone breaks in your house and you delete that person, they'll put you in jail more often than not. This asshole is breaking into your home. You delete that asshole, but they'll treat you like the criminal. Well, we didn't give you that right to protect yourselves. Even though we allow you to have your Second Amendment, we didn't give you a right to use it to protect yourselves. So you're going to jail for protecting yourselves against someone that was broken in your home invasion. Make that make sense. You're not free. If you can't protect yourself without going to prison in your own home, you're under threat. Someone's breaking your home. They're not there to fucking deliver goodies or cook you a meal. They're breaking your home to do harm. It's obvious, duh. But if you shoot them, you have to do it in the right way. Like I don't want to get into the details of. It's retarded. It's just totally retarded. If someone's breaking into your home, don't. You ain't got time to wait for law enforcement to get there. You got to take action, right? You're under threat. But yet, if that person, I think, has to be in your home, like in your home or something like that, and there's so many details that has to be involved with that for you to be in the clear to delete them. They're fucking knocking down your door. They want to kill. They want to rob. Loot. Right? But if you protect yourself What if the intruder is unarmed? Should you be allowed to shoot them? Well, what does that mean? Unarmed. You could. How do you know they're unarmed? Do you go, hey, wait a minute, press the pause button as you're knocking down my door? Do you have a gun? No. Do you have a little pistol somewhere? Press the pause button. Do you have a pistol? Well, let me give you a pat down. Oh no, you don't have a pat. You don't have a pistol. Okay, now let's reset this whole thing. Proceed with your invasion. I found out you didn't have a gun. It doesn't work like that. It's on the fly. When someone's knocking down your door and all that, they could have a gun. They could have. How do you know? You don't know anything like that. So that's question is moot. But if they're unarmed and they're an intruder, they still pose a threat to you, do they not? We're supposed to like footsies. Oh, you don't have a gun, but I have a gun, but I'm not going to use it. Like, boom, boom. Just back out. Let me just kick you out a little bit. Let me not. This is all on the fly. Get the fuck out of here. If someone's intruding into your home, you should have the right to protect yourself by any means. This is what are we doing here? This is ridiculous. But these are the questions asked. We live in a crazy friggin' world. We really do. Very crazy. With this, the trolls, would you support a bill banning the Muslim call to prayer from our public spaces? Trolls will probably say, we shouldn't have borders. We shouldn't be banning the Muslims' call to prayer because we're all one. That's what the trolls would say. Don't tell me they won't. Of course they would. So make some trolls. All right? Just them, it's a sheeple too. Let's take a look at this. Would you?